Hey friends, welcome to my channel, where we dive into the big questions that spark the mind. Today we're tackling God and science. It's not just a dry debate, but an epic story of humanity's quest to understand the universe. Picture this: ancient myths about gods hurling lightning versus cutting-edge equations, unlocking the cosmos. Are they enemies or allies? I'll break it down in a fun, clear way, with juicy stories to keep you hooked. Ready? Let's jump into this wild ride through time and ideas. Historical roots and conflicts. Imagine this: it's prehistoric times, the night sky is blazing with stars, and a caveman's shivering by a fire as thunder roars. He's thinking, who's up there throwing lightning bolts? That's how myths were born. Around 3000 BCE in Sumer, people scratched tales on clay tablets about gods like Enki and Enlil, shaping humans from clay, like an ancient graphic novel explaining why it rains or why loved ones die. In Egypt, Ra sailed the sky in a sunboat, and Osiris brought the dead back to life. These stories gave comfort. The world wasn't random chaos, but someone's grand design. Ever looked at a storm and wondered if it's just physics or something more? Fast forward to ancient Greece, a hotbed of ideas. Aristotle talked about a first mover, an eternal force kickstarting everything. Sounds like God, right? Plato, in his Timaeus, painted the cosmos as a living creature crafted by a good-hearted master. These ideas shaped Christianity. In the 13th century, Thomas Aquinas used Aristotle's logic for his 5 ways to prove God, like how everything has a cause, leading back to a first cause. But the Greeks didn't just dream, they measured. Euclid with his geometry, Archimedes yelling, "Eureka!" in his bath. They were asking, how does this work? The Middle Ages, not the Dark Ages Hollywood sells. The church was a science fan. Monks copied ancient texts, saving knowledge from barbarians. Universities in Bologna, 1088, and Oxford, 1096, sprouted under church wings. Astronomers tracked stars to nail down Easter dates. Roger Bacon, a 13th century monk, preached, "Experiment, no truth without tests." He foresaw modern science, seeing the world as God's second book. In the Islamic world, it was a golden age. In Baghdad, Al-Khwarizm invented algebra, hence algorithm, and Ibn al-Haytham studied light with lenses. They believed studying nature brings you closer to Allah. Picture it: scholars praying, then solving equations. Pure harmony, but then drama. The Renaissance hits. In 1543, Nicholas Copernicus drops a bomb. Earth isn't the center, it orbits the sun. It's like saying, "You're not the star of the show." The church chills at first. Plenty of priests were astronomers. But Galileo Galilei grabs a telescope in 1610, spots Venus's phases and Jupiter's moons, and shouts, "Heliocentrism is real." In letters he writes, "The Bible's about saving souls, not mapping planets." But the Inquisition panics. If the Bible's wrong about the cosmos, what's next? In 1633, they haul 70-year-old Galileo to trial in Rome. He recants, but legend says he muttered, "And yet it moves." This wasn't God versus science. It was politics. The church feared losing clout during the Reformation. Galileo, a believer, just wanted facts to shine. The Enlightenment cranks it up. Voltaire mocked superstitions but nodded to a clockmaker God who set the universe ticking and stepped back. David Hume, in Dialogues Concerning Natural Religion, 1779, debated, "A designed world implies a designer, like a watch needs a watchmaker. But what if the world's like a tree, growing on its own?" Immanuel Kant, in Critique of Pure Reason, 1781, said science studies the visible world, but God's beyond that, in the realm of faith. It's like science is your GPS, faith is your compass. The 19th century, explosive. Charles Darwin, a former theology student, sails on the Beagle, collecting bugs and bones. In 1859, On the Origin of Species hits, life evolves through natural selection, mutations, survival of the fittest, no wizard needed. Darwin hesitated 20 years to publish, knowing it'd spark a firestorm. And it did. In 1860, Bishop Wilberforce at Oxford taunts Darwin's pal Huxley. "Are you descended from a monkey on your grandpa's side or grandma's?" Huxley fires back, "I'd rather have a monkey ancestor than a bishop wasting his brain on sarcasm." The crowd goes wild. Science scores. In 1925, the U.S. monkey trial, teacher John Scopes teaches evolution in Tennessee, gets tried. Lawyer Clarence Darrow grills fundamentalist William Jennings Bryan. Did the snake in Eden talk? Were creation days 24 hours? The trial exposed literal Bible readings as shaky against facts. But not all scientists ditch God. Isaac Newton wrote more about the Bible than physics, seeing divine harmony in gravity's laws. Gregor Mendel, a monk, messed with peas in a garden and founded genetics. For him, it was God's code. Freud called religion an illusion, 1927. But Jung saw it as soul-deep archetypes. Marx dubbed it the opium of the people, but Einstein felt a cosmic religious feeling, awe at the universe's order. Conflicts, often about power. The church evolved. In 1950, Pope Pius XII embraced the Big Bang. In 1996, John Paul II called evolution God's tool. Protestants vary. Some say Earth's 6,000 years old. Others, like theistic evolutionists, blend faith and science. Michael Behe's Darwin's Black Box, 1996, claims cells are too complex, like a mousetrap, to evolve randomly. Courts, Dover, 2005, ruled his intelligent design as religion, not science. History's a thriller. Clashes drive progress. Without Galileo's fight, we wouldn't be moonwalking. Who are you rooting for in these battles? Let's zoom to today, where science and God are starting to vibe. Modern perspectives and harmony. Welcome to the 21st century, friends. Telescopes like James Webb capture galaxies born 13 billion years ago, and we're editing DNA like it's a video game. Science is soaring, but God's not on the bench. Stephen Hawking, in A Brief History of Time, 1988, said, "Science explains how, but why the universe exists is beyond it." An agnostic, his black holes, where time freezes, feel like a peek into eternity. "If we find a theory of everything, we'll know God's mind," he mused. No debunking faith, just sparking questions. The Big Bang? A game changer. Georges Lemaitre, a priest and physicist, in 1927 said, "The universe started as a primeval atom and expands." Einstein scoffed, "Your math's right, but your physics is nuts." Later, he ate his words. In 1965, scientists found cosmic microwave background radiation. The Big Bang's echo, 13.8 billion years old. Pope Pius XII in 1951. "It's like, let there be light." Lemaitre cautioned, "Science is facts, faith is meaning." Today, physicists like Brian Greene talk strings and multiverses, but the anthropic principle stuns. Constants, gravity equals 6.674 times 10 to the negative 11th, are perfectly tuned for life. Tweak them a bit, no stars, no us. Martin Rees in Just Six Numbers, 2000. "It's like winning a cosmic lottery." Multiverse? Maybe. But why these laws? Biology's wild. Francis Collins, a Christian, cracked the human genome, 2003. In The Language of God, 2006, he says, "DNA's 3 billion letters. Evolution's God's plan for life's variety." Why not instant creation? So the world's alive, growing. Richard Dawkins in The Blind Watchmaker, 1986. Design's an illusion, like seeing a cat in clouds. Collins. Life's odds are like a tornado assembling a jet from junk. CRISPR, 2012. Edits genes. Are we gods? Collins warns, "Without morals, it's trouble." Faith sets boundaries. Quantum physics, straight up magic. Schrodinger's cat, alive and dead till you check. Heisenberg's uncertainty. You can't pin down a particle's spot and speed. Determinism's toast. The world's a game of chance. John Polkinghorne, physicist and pastor, in Quantum Theory, 1996. Chaos allows free will. God nudges through probabilities. Quantum entanglement. Particles linked, change one. The other reacts instantly, faster than light. Einstein called it spooky, but tests, Nobel 2022, confirm it. It's like the mystical unity religions talk about. The brain, a mystery. 86 billion neurons, but why do we feel I? David Chalmers, 1996. Easy, how the brain computes. Hard, why do we feel? Thomas Nagel, what's it like to be a bat? Their echolocations beyond us. Daniel Dennett, consciousness is a brain trick. But Roger Penrose, quantum effects in neurons. Meditation, Harvard 2011, rewires the brain like prayer. Yoga boosts calm zones, fMRI studies. Soul, a quantum spark? Ecology's a wake-up call. Pope Francis in Laudato Si, 2015. Earth's our home. Science sounds the alarm. Faith calls to act. IPCC, 2023. Plus 1.1 degrees Celsius, time's ticking. Religions unite, Muslims, Buddhists push green, bioethics, stem cells, euthanasia, science hands tools, faith draws lines. AI's the new frontier. Alan Turing, 1950. Can machines think? ChatGPT writes poems, but has a soul. Ray Kurzweil in The Singularity is Near, 2005. By 2045, our AI merges with us, immortality. Elon Musk, AI's like summoning a demon. Believers, it's a tool like fire. Skeptics hit hard. Dawkins in The God Delusion, 2006. Religion's a virus. Sam Harris, faith fuels wars. But 84% believe, Pew 2020, and wars stem from greed. Science can't disprove God, he's beyond tests. Karl Popper, science falsifies, doesn't prove. 40% of scientists believe, Nature, 1997. Einstein, science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. Cosmos, James Webb, 2022, sees galaxies from the universe's dawn. 5,500 plus exoplanets, NASA, 2024. Life out there? SETI listens. If we find it, did God make many worlds, or are we rare? Ward, 2000. Dark energy, 68% of the universe, a mystery. Friends, science is the flashlight, faith the compass. From Newton to Quanta, they chase truth together. Explore, doubt, believe. Thanks for sticking with me. Wasn't that a ride? Hit that like if it sparked, subscribe for more, and drop in the comments, science, faith, or both. Catch you next time.